Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at 5 daily habits that you can use to create a positive momentum in your life. So let's get started. To kick things off, why are habits so important? Human beings are creatures of habit, and some habits are so ingrained that you don't even have to think about them, such as brushing your teeth twice a day. Have you ever actually woken up and said to yourself, you know what, I don't feel like brushing my teeth today, I'll do it tomorrow instead? The chances are you haven't, but compare this to something like making your bed. It's fairly likely that you don't make your bed every single day, even though it doesn't take up much time and makes your bedroom much tidier. You might even have a little debate in your head like, yeah, I should really tidy my bed before I go to work. Yeah, but you're in a rush and you're just going to make it messy again when you go to sleep tonight anyway. The fact that you don't automatically perform the action without thinking shows that this isn't a solid habit that's been developed over time. Because when you repeatedly perform the same actions, you actually create neural pathways inside your brain, which make the habit easier and easier to do. Neural pathways sound quite complicated, but think of them in the same way that you'd think about a physical pathway, like a path through a snowy field. The first time you walk along the path, it's a slow, hard process because you're starting from scratch, ploughing your way through the snow. But the more you walk along the path, you create a groove in the snow which makes the walk easier and easier over time. This is why brushing your teeth twice a day requires minimal to no effort. It's because the habit has become so deep-rooted that you just get on with it, right? No faffing around. Unfortunately, this same principle works for bad habits too. They can also become quite deep-rooted. And for me personally, I found that if I fall into bad habits, I can build up a negative momentum. And I spiral downwards, and all of a sudden I find myself watching TV at 2 a.m. in the morning, eating ice cream in my underwear. Okay, that was just a joke, but I think you know what I'm saying, right? So instead of risking turning into a soppy mess as described above, let's be proactive and instill good habits daily so that we can live the best lives possible. Habit number 1, cold shower in the morning. Cold showers are horrible. I remember the first time I cranked the water temperature control to cold, as far as it could go, and you have a split second to anticipate the impending surge of icy water, and it's the worst feeling. Then that cold water hits you and you gasp for air because your body is in shock and doesn't know what's going on. I know I'm not doing a good job of selling the idea of this habit, right? But trust me, as horrible as it sounds, it's worth every second of discomfort. If you wake up and start your day by having a cold shower, you're basically saying to the world, you know what, whatever you throw at me today, I'm going to knock it out of the park. I never ever wake up and want to jump in that cold water, but that's the point. It's something you don't want to do, but should do, because it's got so many physical and mental benefits. And throughout your day, you're going to encounter loads of these types of decisions, like, should I go to the gym, or should I stay at home? Should I get 8 hours of sleep, or should I scroll through Instagram all night? So get into the habit of making the right decision first thing in the morning, and you'll smash it for the rest of the day. Habit number 2, practice gratitude. Our happiness is affected more by how we perceive what we have, rather than by what we actually have. For example, I live in the UK, which is a pretty wealthy country, right? I've got a roof over my head, I've got a fridge full of food, I've got running clean water. I think we all agree that this is a pretty good start to having a happy life, right? But if I'm playing Call of Duty with the boys, I'm about to get a new highest kill streak, and I've got an enemy lined up in the scope of my sniper, and all of a sudden, my Wi-Fi crashes, I'm kicked out of the game. Do you think I'd be happy? I can tell you now, the answer is no. Which is crazy, right? I've got so much to be happy for, but one trivial, tiny, insignificant thing has caused me to lose my cool. Whereas there might be a kid living in a poor part of Africa. He doesn't have a roof over his head. He doesn't have a fridge full of food. He doesn't have running clean water coming out of a tap. But a new water pump is just about to be installed in his village. Despite the disparity between his life and mine, in that moment when he hears that news, he would probably be happier than me, right? And if he could trade shoes with me and live in my house, there is no way he'd be upset about a stupid game of Call of Duty. This is why it's so important to actively appreciate what you have, rather than take it for granted. So, what I recommend is taking a moment each day to pause and think of 3 things that you're grateful for. They can honestly be anything. They can be something really important like, I'm grateful that my family are all in good health. Or something fairly small like, I'm grateful that the person working at the checkout in the supermarket today was friendly to me. I tend to do this straight after turning the water off my cold shower. That way this habit anchors onto the back of the first one. I'll literally stand there quietly and reflect on 3 things that I'm grateful for in my life. Habit number 3, meditation. I can't recommend this habit highly enough. If you get into the groove of meditating daily, you'll unlock so many benefits in your life. I actually created a whole video on the benefits of meditation, so I'll link that in the description below, and check that out if you want to. But for this video, all I'll say is that meditation brings calm, clarity and focus to your mind. And your mind is pretty much a lens that everything filters through, right? So if that lens is grubby, everything will look grubby. But if that lens is squeaky clean, everything will look much better. Habit number 4, exercise. If the effect that exercise has on your body and your mind could be condensed into a little pill that you could buy at the supermarket, you wouldn't be able to stop that drug from flying off the shelves, honestly. Exercising makes you lose weight, it improves your mood, it makes you more confident, it makes you healthier, it gives you energy, and it improves your sex life. I mean, what more could you possibly want, right? I could do a whole video on the benefits of exercise, and I might actually do this one day in the future, but for now, I think I can just say that it's best that you get into the routine of exercising each and every day. And last but not least, habit number 5, self-development. This habit involves creating time each day to do an activity which develops you as a person. Do you want to learn to play the guitar? Cool. Allocate 30 minutes or an hour each day to practicing. Do you like the idea of reading a book a month? Cool. Set aside time to sit down and dive into a good book. Do you want to learn a language? Awesome. Make time to do this each day. To live a productive, happy, successful life, you don't have to grind it out. You don't have to never make a mistake. You don't have to make huge sacrifices. It's more about building good habits by starting small and building up slowly. Even if you slip up and you fall into a negative spiral, then pick yourself up and start again with the smallest, easiest habits and grow from there. Personally, my mind sometimes plays tricks on me. Perhaps I'll be in a bit of a slump and my mind will say, you know what, don't worry about going to the gym today, you're tired from work. And even if I am tired from work, or I don't have a whole 90 minutes to fit in a solid gym sesh, even just smashing a 20-minute workout is beneficial because you're creating that positive momentum which flows into every aspect of your life. So remember, you can start small, you can start slow, but start. Start building these great habits and I promise you that you'll see huge changes in your life. And that's all from me, guys. If you'd like to support the channel, please smash the like button, drop me a comment below and hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.